Welcome back to Meg's Mysteries. This story's called Magic is My Name. The little girl starts school, kindergarten, on her first day. First time she's not with her parents or family. She's a big girl now and is excited to start school. The teacher asks the class to tell their names and something about themselves. So the small girl in the back of the room stands up. My name is Magic, and I'm 5 years old. I have a big brother, Terrence, but I call him Tara when I was young, and it's stuck. I also have two sisters, Raven 10 and Crystal 8, and we all have powers, but our mom tells us not to tell anyone. The teacher just stares at her, and all the kids laugh. She's dressed in a dark outfit and looks very odd to them all. She smiles and says, I'll show you all. And then she rises up into the air after saying some strange incantation. Then she glides around the room over the heads of the stunned children and the teacher. And then she floats back down to her seat. Silence in the room. She thinks to herself, boy, I'm in trouble now. She sees the scared looks on all the faces of the kids, and they all start to cry. How can they be scared of me, she thinks. Then the teacher tries to calm down the class and takes Magic out to the principal's office. Let her handle this weirdo, she thinks, hoping Magic can't read her mind. She's still a little scared of the little girl. The principal, Mrs. Duff, hears what happened and rolls her eyes. I knew you'd be in trouble, just like your brother Terrence was. He was a terror here, too. She called Magic's parents. Her mother Roma knew before the phone call. She felt it. Somebody was using magic, and she knew just who it was. So Leonard and Roma Nightingale went to the school. They knew exactly where to go. They were both called to the office many times for Terrence. And they knew all too well who was in trouble now, waiting for them. Magic smiled up at them, trying not to show her true feelings of dread. She was warned many times not to use her powers or to tell about the family, especially show the regulars about it. They wouldn't understand. She just couldn't accept it was bad. It felt so good and natural. Growing up in her family, they all have powers and used them at home and in their business. The family shop of magical crafts and oddities, called Magic's Den. She thought everyone was like them. So she was taken home after her parents calmed the principal down and promised to talk to her. But Mrs. Duff said maybe homeschooling in a special school would be better. She didn't want Magic back. Leonard said, we should have known better from Terrence's years at the normal school. But I thought Magic would be different. But I'm afraid she'll give us the run for the money. She should have been called Mischief or Mayhem. But we love her all the same. Roma agreed and said, that's our girl for you, our little mischief maker. So now off to the School of the Supernatural. They were glad to enroll her after testing her powers. She is one powerful little 5-year-old. She was brilliant, the most powerful one they have ever seen. They welcomed her with open arms. Magic felt right at home, no more hiding her true self, and being with her sisters Crystal and Raven. They've been attending the school for years, and they'll keep an eye on her. Terrence, her older brother, is there for his last year. He'll graduate with honors at the end of the term. Then he's going to work as a teacher's aide after graduation there. The girls will all help out in the shop on their school break and learn the business from their parents. The town seemed to accept some of the families with their little oddities. There are many families with their own secrets, but they all live here for centuries and lived in peace with the regulars, as they called them, the town non-supernaturals. Most of them hide their powers and just blend in, but lately some youngsters have been showing off, like Magic did. But these kids are bragging and causing trouble with a lot of pranks around the town. Some of the regulars are getting nervous that this new generation will take over the peaceful town, and some rumors are starting to go around. Magic was happy and learning all she could and was excelling in all her classes. Her powers were growing, and that year flew by, and she was going to celebrate her 6th birthday soon. That same year, the town started having trouble. Something or someone was disturbing the normal, and the regulars were becoming suspicious of some of the families. Someone was targeting the Nightingales, but this was 2020, and most people accepted and even liked the idea of magic being real. But there are always some troublemakers. A regular family, the Moores, were starting rumors that someone put a hex on them, and fingers were pointed to the Nightingales. They say magic started it all and scared the kids at school. They even said some of the families have powers and were evil. Also, Mrs. Duff put her 2 cents in and told everyone what happened and to keep an eye on them for their strange ways. That happened a year ago, said Roma to Leonard. Why are they so concerned now and starting trouble for us? I think the Moors have an ulterior motive. They've been looking to take over some shops in the area, and we wouldn't sell to them, remember? Roma said, oh yes, a lot of shops did sell out, but we never will. They want to put up a mall, and we are prime real estate and right in their way. They need our shop area to build it. So the Nightingale family went to the town meeting to show it all and get it all out in the open. All the children came too, and some of the special families. They'll all stick together. Magic was young, and she was concerned that it was all her fault because she showed her powers. But her father told her, no, we'll not be prosecuted like the old days. We belong here, and here we will stay. Then, to their surprise, Magic got up at the meeting and told her side. I'm called Magic, and I have powers, but I am good. My family and friends are good. Why are you all being so mean? And she looked right at the Moors and Mrs. Duff. This little 6-year-old told everyone, just what she thought. The adults in the room said, she's right. What a brave little girl. She speaks the truth. We all knew our town was special, and the people were different in it. It's always been this way, and we all lived together in harmony. It's the idea of a few greedy people, you know who you are, that want to force these good people out, making rumors and trouble. Well, we say no. We'll go on living together, and Magic and her family and all the others make our town special. So we apologize to you all. The whole town agreed. Meeting closed. You all have a great evening, and that was it. Years later, Magic grew into a powerful beauty, and her sisters, Crystal and Raven, were almost as powerful and beautiful, too. The Harvest Moonlight Dance was soon, and they all were attending. It was a magical night for all. This is when Magic met her newcomer to the town, a young wizard that just moved here with his family. He also attends the School of the Supernatural and was in some of her classes. His name was William Haven, and he's shown to be a very powerful wizard in his own right. At the dance, he came up to her and her sisters. Hey, I have this dance. Magic thought he was talking to Crystal, but he held out his hand to her, so she shyly accepted it. From that time on, they were a couple. The rest of the school year went by in a blink of an eye. All the families grew and everyone got along, even the regulars in town. After they all graduated, Magic and her sisters took over the shop. Terence became headmaster of the supernatural school. William became a teacher there of wizardry and spellcasting. Magic sometimes teaches part-time a class on magical history. Most of the children in town now are no longer afraid to show the world their special gifts. Moral of the story? All because one little girl years ago spoke up and shared with all of us her special magic that's in all of us. You can be different and shine. Don't hide your true self. So be yourself and show your magic. I hope you enjoyed this little story. Come back for more of Meg's Mysteries. Until next time.